Hello folks, this is our test of the RVPR versus electromagnetic energy. The RVPR is the Roundtree Voice Phenomena Recorder. It's the ultimate machine to record paranormal disembodied voices. And basically it is utilizing a condenser mic platform. And what you can see here is actually two microphones. The one on the left is a condenser microphone, which is EMF deaf. It cannot pick up a EVP, only possibly an AVP. The one on the right here, is a dynamic microphone. It is one that has a magnetic diaphragm with coils wrapped around it, and it is the only microphone that has the possibility of picking up EVPs. In the background you can see a laptop computer which is hooked up to these two microphones. The two microphones are hooked up to a Rolls and two-channel mixer, which is right there in the background, and you can see the laptop right over here. And I am running Audacity audio editing program, and you can see from my voice and the way that it's recording, we're recording two signals, one on the top, one on the bottom, of audio data that has been strung in live from the two microphones. What I'm going to try to show you is I am going to use a device that transmits electromagnetic signals and show you the differences between the two mics, the condenser and the dynamic, and how they actually pick things up. You should see, if you watch over here on this computer screen, you should see in the top line a definite increase in activity on that particular audio input. From the two lines over here, you can see going across, the one on the bottom, I'll repeat again, is the condenser mic. The one on the top is the feedback from the dynamic mic. Now, by introducing electromagnetic signals, I should see a lot of increased activity as far as the top one. The theory behind this is that EVPs, electronic voice phenomenon, is actually EMF voice signatures, emerging EMF voice signatures. So, since we're basically stating that fact that EVPs are electronic voice phenomenon that only can be produced by EMF, electromagnetic phenomenon, well then it only makes sense that a microphone, this dynamic right here, can be the only one that can pick up that electromagnetic resonance on the coil. This condenser, which is a C1 Behringer, cannot, because it is just basically electric circuitry. I'm not saying that you couldn't pick up a disembodied voice, but let's get our terminology straight. It's EMF deaf, so you would not be able to pick up EVPs. Alright, what I'm going to test and create my field with is this Bounty Hunter metal detector. And what this Bounty Hunter metal detector does... Okay folks, this is a picture of a basic metal detector that people use to try to find coins, jewelry, or anything, lost treasures. And one of the most common models is this Bounty Hunter that you see in this picture here, which is a representation of. And I'm going to show you basically how it works. Now, you can see the normal design. You have your transmitter receiver cone right here at the bottom, and then right up here is your control box that actually receives the information, determines whether or not there is a electromagnetic hit. And then of course this is just your stand component. Now the actual transceiver and emitter, you have your transmitter coil, which is the outer ring of the metal detector, and this transmits a electromagnetic signature. And of course you have in the inner ring your receiver core. And this is the basic concept as far as how you detect metal. It transmits an electromagnetic phenomenon signal which bounces off a metal object, and with this circuitry of it generating the signal, it causes what we call an electromagnetic field. Once it creates this field, it reflects off of any kind of metallic object, which entices basically the object itself to almost generate its own little magnetic field. And from this basically an EMF radar, when it transmits and deflects, it goes back into its receiver, and that's what tells the control box whether or not it's detected metal. Now basically what I am trying to prove is that by creating this electromagnetic field, I am going to expose a condenser mic and a dynamic mic with this electromagnetic field to see which microphone actually is excited by this field. Okay? Alright folks, now that you've seen exactly how this bounty hunter metal detector works, and you understand that it has a exterior coil which actually transmits EMF, and then you have an inner coil that actually picks it up. Remember, over here in the corner we have a laptop which has Audacity running, and as you can see from my voice, both the condenser and the dynamic are fairly balanced out, so you see fairly consistent signals from them both. Now once I turn this metal detector on, you should see things coming to life on the EMF detectors, and then keep your eye on the laptop over here, and the top row of audio information, you're going to see a dramatic difference in what it's picking up. Alright, here we go. Now both channels of audio information will pick up the beeps as I travel the metal detector around it. Alright, I'm moving the metal detector around the dynamic mic. Look at the significant difference in what the dynamic mic is picking up. Well, you really see a difference there. Because I'm really close to the mic. You can see the metal detector is really exciting the dynamic mic, and not so much on the condenser mic. You see the cell sensor going off, letting us know that there is a magnetic field there. And I even go over the Gauss, and you can see how much of a field. There's 5.1, 8.9, so pretty significant field that we generate there. See the difference the dynamic is picking up compared to the condenser? the metal detector off. I'm going to go over it again and then see that actually operating the metal detector had a pretty good impact. Yes, of course, the beeps and quarbles, as far as the metal detector itself, caused a lot of noise interference, but I think you can see from the audio information that the electromagnetic signal generated from the metal detector was exciting the dynamic mic more than it was the condenser mic, which tells me that it was picking up on the EMF field, which further elaborates to the theory that I have that EVPs, considering that EVPs are electromagnetic phenomenon, all right, in order to have the right tool, which is this condenser mic, not condenser, excuse me, but the dynamic mic, is one that actually does pick up EMF fields. So if EVPs are electromagnetic voice signatures, which we basically say that are, or come across the fact that they are electromagnetic phenomenon, well then, there you go, folks. In order for you to be able to pick up EVPs, you have to have the right tools. So, I hope this experiment clears a few things up.